Welcome back, everybody, to another fashionable Undressed podcast with me, Pol, and my husband, Patrik.
Hey, and Snow White 90210. You always forget her.
No, like 90210, that bitch is in the house.
Exactly.
She's not even phased.
I know. She's like, I'm used to it. So before I introduce our guests, I want to remind our subscribers to rate, review, and our listeners to rate, review, and subscribe to our podcast.
And share. Wake up that dead grandmother. That bitch needs to get up. Let's go.
Wake that bitch up and tell your brother, your mother, your sister, your uncle, your aunt, everybody to rate, review, subscribe, and comment. I answer them. He doesn't.
I do.
But I do.
I tell somebody to write for me.
Anyway, I'm excited because today we've got Tracy Tutor in the Pol and Patrik boutique.
$1 million listing in the house.
I know. And you guys know her from $1 Million Listing LA, right?
Correct.
LA, Beverly Hills, all around surrounding areas, Southern California.
I mean,
She's got a license everywhere.
These days I do.
Pretty much. And I always see you like listed another house, another property, but like major properties.
Yeah, I mean, I just came from one that I think we're hopefully launching soon in the 20s, which is great. And Stone
perfect
Canyon.
price point.
Yes, I like the $20 million price point.
It's easy. It's not too high. It's not too little.
Yeah, it's super affordable.
Yeah.
Now when people say, oh, I'm listing my house, you know, it's $1 million, $2 million, I'm like, okay, that's like for a bathroom in LA.
I know, it's getting to that point. It's very scary. I mean, I remember the days when like Beverly Hills was like 5 million and people were like, no way it gets any more than that.
Yeah.
Now, like entry level for like just land teardown is like 7.5, 8.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Could I
insane.
get 3 next to each other? Because I'd like to be like Simon Cowell and make sure I get the whole
Same.
block.
I'm just gonna keep buying 10,000 square foot lot, 10,000 square foot lot. Yeah.
I love it. How long have you been in real estate?
Oh God, and not to date myself, we're 24 years in now at this point.
At the same company or no?
No. I
Okay.
jumped around. You know, I think I started at Dalton Brown and Long on the Sunset Strip.
Okay.
I was then later bought by Sotheby's, and then I left there, moved to the West Side, lived in Brentwood, and worked for a boutique firm there called Partners Trust.
Okay.
Then
I
I
remember
left.
that too.
Yeah.
I then went to the agency and worked with Mauricio and Billy Rose for a bit, and then I got an offer to do a new development with a new company that was coming to LA at the time out of New York called Douglas Elliman,
Oh yeah.
and I've been there ever since.
Wow.
Very cool. This is where I got my boutique start. It's like
that's
my
the point.
flagship. You connect to it
Yeah.
in a whole different way.
It'd be hard to let go of that.
That's what I'm thinking.
Mhm.
But
But
even like the buses now, the TMZ buses and the Hollywood buses stop in front and like, this is the boutique where Anna Nicole Smith used to like go in and they
God.
film Gowning Out in Beverly Hills there. And so like
so much
Such a
has
good
happened.
movie, by the way.
So much has happened.
our TV show, Gowning Out in Beverly
Gowning
Hills.
Out, our show. Tracy, bitch! Whoa!
Which, you know what? I stole our name from that movie.
Such a good movie, but I love Gowning Out too.
You know, when you turn the D upside down, it becomes a G. Gowning Out
Yes.
in Beverly Hills.
That's hysterical.
And he went into the bathroom one day and he's like, what a shitty bathroom for a beautiful store, right? This is his brain. We're so gowning out in Beverly Hills. He comes out. That's
I walk out, I'm like, we're downing out. You know, we're just downing out in Beverly Hills because that was already a movie. And then I'm like, well, you make gowns. Gowning Out in Beverly
that's
Hills.
how the name
That
was.
is
There's the name.
hysterical.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
I'm curious about all the stuff you've done, though. You're such a businesswoman.
Yeah.
I want you to tell everybody how you got into the real estate world.
You know, it was not planned. I mean, I grew up, I had a father, obviously, that was in construction, started with nothing and sort of built this empire. So I grew up watching him navigate like massive construction and infrastructure deals.
Yeah.
So, not to say that I grew up on a job site, but I
Yeah.
definitely knew how that field worked.
And you
just-
liked it.
Yeah,
you
and
know-
how they sort of spoke to each other. But
Okay.
I was like, I'm going to win a Grammy.
Do
So,
you love to sing?
Wait, do you sing?
okay, guys,
I want to hear
don't
it.
even go there.
Oh my God, who knew?
Guys, I was in a singing group when I was 15 years
Oh
old.
my God.
and I
Really?
was like, I'm not going to college. I was kind of the rapper because
Okay.
I definitely was like, not
Okay, Fergie, let's go.
Okay, so what was the name of the group?
everything nice.
Oh, what
Oh.
a great name.
Yes. So we were, 5 girls, very a la the Spice Girls
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
gonna say
at
which.
the time. So
Wait,
great-
what was your name?
I didn't have a name. I was the youngest.
Oh,
and
okay.
so I was like if you had to like align us, I would have
Right.
probably been Baby Spice.
Okay.
But yeah, I was
I could
convinced.
see you.
Wait, so can you rap something for us right now?
Oh my
Oh
God!
my
Give
God.
us.
Oh,
give
come
us
on,
one
Tracy,
more.
rap
Oh
for
my
us.
God.
Oh my God!
You guys, really? I haven't even had
Yes.
wine.
Come on.
You got cocaine right here.
Okay, come on. She's gonna
There
get.
was a song called
Okay.
Big Shock. He's so cute. Very
Okay.
Spice Girls related. And so
Yep.
the melody was like, he's so cute, right?
Yep.
He's the cutest boy that I have ever seen. And then the rap comes.
Okay.
And it was like this. He's the cutest boy I've ever seen. Just take one look and you'll see what I mean. It's a stone fact. I'm not on the attack. I'm just trying to attract and maybe give him a smack, but he reacts like he was just no other. In reality, I just want to be smothered by his kisses, become his missus, take all my time to fulfill all his wishes.
All right, bitch.
Good as a rap.
All
Woo!
right.
God,
That
Nicki
was
Minaj,
fun.
move
I don't know about
out.
that, but I mean, I was 15. It was a lot of fun. So
Right.
I was 100% convinced that,
Yep.
I'm not going to college.
You could still get a Grammy.
Well,
I mean, would you still rap or no?
no.
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 Okay.
Not
This
the
is
kind of
like-
not the kind of money you're making now. I don't think you want to go back
No,
and start
I
over.
know, starting over. But at the time, I was a dancer. I was in the singing group. I was acting, and so that was my passion. And again, I wasn't going to college, and then my singing group kind of fell apart.
Aw.
And my producer
Was it a boy that
disappeared.
came between all of you?
I mean, our producer just, up and disappeared. I don't know
Oh
what
my
happened
God.
to him. He
Oh.
clearly did not believe in us the way we did. But
Oh no.
I ended up at USC studying theater. And when I graduated, I was auditioning, and I was like, wow, this sucks.
Yeah,
Like,
it does.
Really and truly. Like
It
that.
does.
I was in a group and now I have to audition.
No, like over and over again.
Yeah.
I don't feel like at that time, like obviously I was like 20, 21 years old. I was not like fully comfortable in my own skin yet. I
Yeah.
grew up on stage. And so
Yep.
that was like, it was very theatrical.
Sure.
And I didn't really fit a mold. I wasn't like the pretty girl. I wasn't the girl next door. I was kind of funny and quirky. And
Mhm.
I don't know. I just kind of said, I don't want to spend the rest of my life in a job interview.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
every single day. I just don't have that in me. I love the process, but I was working on the side. I was waiting tables,
Okay.
all of the above. And I remember one of my girlfriends who ended up becoming a really big actress. She had landed her first big gig. And I was like, what's it like?
Who is it?
Sasha Alexander. She was on Rizzoli and Isles
yeah.
and
Oh, yeah. I know
with
who that
Angie
is.
Harmon,
Yeah, of
Law
course.
and
Oh
Order.
my
So
God,
these
yeah.
are girlfriends of mine. And
Okay.
I said, what's it like? Like,
Yeah.
you're doing it. Like, we never
Like this
wanted
is the
to-
dream.
we never wanted to be famous. We just wanted to be like working, creative actors.
Sure.
And she's like, I'm not gonna lie. It's when they say it's show business, it's a business, and
100%.
it's not that creative process. And I was just everything just like fell out of me, and I just didn't. I was like, I don't know if I want to spend the rest of my life auditioning for the what could be role.
Yeah.
And so I got stoned one night and said, what am I gonna do?
I love it.
So that's how it happened.
And that's how I got
Stoned?
into real estate. I was like, well, what am I going to do? I have a degree in theater. Where's that going to take me?
Right.
And so I said, I grew up here, like I said, puffing a little
Yeah.
coach.
That's
And I was
funny.
talking to a girlfriend of mine, and I said, why don't we just get our real estate licenses? So we did.
And did you sell more in real estate before the show or after the show?
I mean, the show definitely, I've been selling real estate for 17-ish plus years by
Okay.
the time
Yeah.
I was on the show. So I was a successful agent in and of itself.
Right.
But I fought tooth and nail to get those opportunities for 17 years. And I was going up against guys all the time. And
Right.
I just didn't have the big ones under my belt yet. So, and a few, don't get me wrong.
Sure.
But I was losing listing appointments, and
But there were bigger challenges.
Right. I
Yeah.
think being
Yeah.
a
It's a
woman in
different
real
time.
estate, and it was a
Absolutely.
very different time. And then I had the opportunity to do the show, and I was actually on season 9 of $1 Million Listing as just an agent showing one of Altman's properties. And he gave me a heads up. He's like, oh, by the way, the showing that you're doing today
Yeah.
is being filmed for $1 Million Listing. I just wanted to give you a heads up as a friend. And I was like,
So you didn't even know that when you were going to
no,
there.
it was an hour and a half before. And I go, bro, I'm in like jeans.
I want to put on my lashes and take a
I
shower.
gotta be like cute. And I
Right.
like ran to Intermix
Yeah.
and like got like a dress and put on some boots and like a leather jacket. Oh, it was so tragic. I mean, thinking back, it's so tragic.
Yeah.
And then when that aired, production called and they said, we really just loved the chemistry between you and Altman. Like,
Yeah.
maybe would you consider doing the show. And I thought about it and I was like, you know what? So let's do it. And so I screen tested for it and obviously.
And then you've been on for how many seasons now?
This is my 5th year. So
Bitch didn't even have to audition.
By the
They
way,
came to her.
But like full circle moment though,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
quitting acting and thinking
Right.
this whole TV world thing is done for me. I'm going to sell real
Sure.
estate and, you know, full circle, you know, 18 years later, I'm on
But
TV.
how beautiful is that?
It
And the
is.
fact that you're getting to do what you love anyway.
Right.
And then
Exactly.
you're also complementing it with something that you've
Yeah.
always wanted to do in a different opportunity.
Yeah, it was an incredible
Because back in the day
opportunity.
when reality TV wasn't there, Anna Nicole was the first, one of the very
First
premier in
reality star,
Osborne.
pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
There wasn't anything like that. And people used to make fun of it,
Well,
thinking that
people
that's not
used to
even
be
like.
scared.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I don't want to do that. It will ruin my career.
Right.
Absolutely.
And then along came
Because
the
you're not a real actor.
Kardashians
Yeah.
and,
That
you
made
know,
it glamorous to be
Exactly.
a reality star. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's amazing. What a, you know, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, it's a pretty incredible story, and you know now it's like I go back to my theater school and I said, listen, y'all need a backup plan, right?
Right.
Like, just in case this shit
Get
doesn't work
stoned
out
and
for
do
you.
real estate.
Right.
Get a real
You
estate
know,
license.
there's a reason a lot of failed actors end up in real estate.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it's again, you don't need a degree to do it, but in order to be really good at it, obviously a lot of hard work, a lot of years, a lot of
Sure.
blood, sweat, and
Well, the
tears.
hustle is real for
Yeah.
sure
Yeah.
because it's not easy to be able to be in the community that you're in, that you're servicing.
Especially Beverly Hills.
I know.
He knows he's been here 30 years, and there's been so
That's-
many boutiques that have come and went, and he's still standing.
Yeah, it's
I
hard
mean,
to make it
you
in
gotta
the
be
city.
good at what you do, number
Right.
one. So you must be excellent to begin
you.
with. So I don't think the show enhanced you. I think it just elevated you for people to recognize what you truly do and how hard you work at
Right.
what you do.
I mean, it definitely brought more opportunities. My relationships and the business that I did leading up to the show was all referrals. It was
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
referral business.
And that's hard.
Growing up here,
Yeah.
living here, and spending a lot. No one handed me a listing at 25.
Right.
They were like, you know what?
Right.
Get your
Go figure it out on
I'm
your
like,
own.
why? You have a $20 million house.
What?
I know. I'm like really good at like seeing it. But it was that kind of thing where I really had to earn my stripes. And,
Yeah.
you know, lo and behold, once I did, being on the show just elevated that. And now I get to work with people from all over the world. And it's exciting for me. I like meeting new people. So the show's brought a lot of that.
I saw that you were working in property in Dubai.
Yes.
Because we just came back from Dubai
just
a
got
couple
back from
weeks ago.
Dubai.
It's fabulous,
We know
right?
everything.
Yeah, we filmed our show there.
It's really, really a fun. I might be going back actually in October for a
us
speaking
too.
engagement. Oh, let's get together.
Oh my
We're gonna be
God, let me
judges for an
know.
event.
How fun!
Yes.
Yeah, it's a really, it's like Vegas on steroids.
That's what he said.
It's Vegas and LA on steroids.
Yeah.
It's like the
100%.
community
It's
and the
such a
way
cool-
it looks. It's like Monaco. It's like you go to Monaco and you don't stop. Like
Yeah.
every inch is perfection.
It's
Yeah.
one of our favorite cities.
Yeah, it was
Well-
really fun to film there. It was really fun to like see how the process works and.
Were you
really
filming
see
$1 Million the new season there?
No, not the new season,
Okay.
but I want to say maybe season 11 or season 12.
Okay.
We went out there and they hired me to be an ambassador, the U.S. ambassador for the Royal Atlantis in Dubai.
Oh yeah, I
Okay.
love that property.
So incredible
Yeah.
property.
I do have to say though, does Dubai rich puts Beverly Hills rich to shame?
Oh yeah, they don't. No, they're like we thought L.A. was more is more. Dubai is definitely.
Wait, I'm gonna introduce
excess
you.
and it's fine.
I'm gonna introduce you to some of our friends, like to new properties and Abu
Oh,
Dhabi.
yeah.
That'd be
They
great.
own
You know,
all those
Fashion
buildings.
TV.
Yeah.
So the new properties, they do the Fashion TV apartments, and it's
He
our
just
friend is the owner.
that's
60,
very cool.
62 stories. I
Yeah.
don't know what.
Yeah.
And there's a swimming pool inside
on
each
your
unit.
balcony. It's insanity.
They really don't play. when
Yeah,
it
and it's
comes
like
to
it's in
it.
your living room. He's like, "Oh well, you could wine and dine and then take a dip in the pool." I'm like, all in the same place. It's like ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
And you've got that view. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, you can't beat that.
What is the most expensive property you've ever sold?
To date,
Yeah.
$57 million.
Which property is that?
It was
Wow.
I can't disclose the address, but
Okay,
it was
sure.
in Brentwood
Okay.
on about 6.5 acres.
You mean it's not online? Like you can Google everything now, so it's like, come on.
You might be able to
Yeah.
find
Is it a Playboy
it.
Mansion?
No,
that was
because
100
went for
million.
more,
That
right?
was in Holmby
Mauricio
Hills.
did that one
Yeah.
for 100 million.
Yeah, so
That was in Holmby Hills.
Wow.
Yeah.
this was in Brentwood and in the canyon on a huge, beautiful lot. So I
Wow.
think that was the reason. It was very special.
Do you know anything about Betty White's house?
I used to live 4 doors down from her.
You did?
Yeah.
You
I
did
used
all
to
her,
go-
you did her gowns.
Walk by her yellow
I
door.
used to go to her
Yeah.
house all the time, and I just
Yeah.
heard that they tore it down. Somebody bought it, they
did.
tore it down, and I'm like, but then they sold the door. They sold a few, like a
Some
few
of his
the
dresses
items.
were sold at the auction.
Yeah, my
It's
gown.
so sad. to
Around the
walk in
corner,
there, too.
Julian.
What a special lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to go to her house
Yes.
all the time. We used to have an appointment with her every Wednesday.
She was
We
amazing.
talk on the phone
I
all
mean,
the
she
time.
was fabulous.
Yeah, she was.
she lived like 4 doors up from me,
Aw.
opposite side of the
Wow.
street.
Who knew I could have stopped by and had coffee with you?
We could
Damn
have been
it.
doing dresses together.
Damn it.
Did you ever go in? You went into her house?
No, I've never been inside, but I used to walk my dogs and the kids on their bikes and stuff, and I knew it was her house, obviously, so I'd be like waiting
Because she'd
for
been
her,
there forever.
waiting for her to come
Yeah.
out the door so I could like freak out because I was a huge Golden Girls fan.
Yeah.
Like
We all were, of
Yeah.
course.
there's the audience, like there's a very specific audience for the Golden Girls.
Yes.
And you either are on board or you don't get it.
Yeah.
I've tried to talk to my boyfriend Eric about this, and
Yep.
he's like, first of all, way before my time.
And
But I'm like, it's still funny today.
It's
like
funny every
Betty
day.
he doesn't
White-
like Golden Girls? Or he does?
I haven't made him sit down and watch it
Oh, he'll
yet. I
love
mean,
it.
I'm gonna have again that
Yeah.
might be wine and a little more.
we were in her house one time for SAG Awards, and it was so funny because she, in her living room, had a shelf all around her whole top of her living room.
With all of her awards.
All Emmys, awesome. Like I told Paul, I'm like, can we
Yeah.
just steal one Emmy? She'll
I
not
told
miss
I
it.
told her, I said, Betty, you can't even reach up there. It's like, who's clean? Who's dusting? She goes, oh, the when the girl comes. I just let her touch it, really. I go, but if there's one missing, would you notice it? Like if I walk out with it?
Yes,
She's
Paul.
Like, yes, Paul, I will. She's just so nice about it, but she's like, yes, Paul, I will.
No, Paul,
I
don't
know
steal
every
my
single
Emmy.
one.
Okay.
I'm like, what's she gonna do? She's got so many of them.
I
But
mean,
what
she's
if
a
you?
legend.
So tempted.
Such a
So
legend.
tempted. Yeah, she
I had
was.
so much fun with her.
Yeah.
I miss her. I just when you said Brentwood, it brings back memories to going to her house, which was so
Yeah.
special to me. I mean, is it interesting for you to walk through people's houses now? Like, do you know the houses?
A lot of them, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been some pretty special houses that have come to market. I mean, there's so much, there's legendary estates here that, you know, like
Sure.
belong to like major celebrities like Betty White that,
Right.
you know, some of them get torn down. Like we walked through the Brady Bunch house a few weeks ago. Like there's some
They're selling that now, right?
Really, they are.
Yeah.
There's some. One of our clients, Jared Blandino, wanted to take a look at it, and he
Okay.
owns Too Faced Cosmetics. So
Okay.
he's just obsessed. You guys would actually love him. But him and his husband Jeremy are obsessed with the Brady Bunch. So
Okay.
we took a look at it, not for them.
What
but
would you
Right.
do with it?
like
turn it into an
honestly,
Airbnb or
it's like
something?
A collector,
I mean, you can't
know?
tear it down. You can't
You can't do
remodel it.
anything
You
with
can't.
You really can't.
It's like Renee Taylor.
Yeah.
Okay, so he did mini gowns for Renee Taylor when her husband Joe Bologna
Yeah.
died.
She lived up the
They put the
street.
house on the market. They sold it. The house is iconic.
Yeah.
A developer came, bought it, tore the whole thing down. We
know.
were just
It
We were
hurts.
like,
It's so weird. Like I remember swimming in the pool.
I
I
know.
know going through that secret doorway.
Yep.
Snow
Like,
White
there's so
going up
many
and down
special-
the stairs.
Shirley Temple used to live in that house.
I mean, that's crazy.
I just,
you know?
if I bought it,
that's
I
so
wouldn't have
cool.
torn it down. I would have just, I don't know. But how do you make that decision?
I don't know. When you see the dollar signs on the other side, that's how you make it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like at the end of the day, when you're buying that kind of lot and you can turn it into
Yeah.
a $20 or $30 million house, you know, sometimes.
And you can't do anything about it because
Yeah.
it's there.
yeah,
it's
you gotta
there.
let go of the history.
I-
Sucks.
It does. Tracy, so I had no idea you were Armenian.
yeah, what
And
about
we're
this
like,
bitch?
You know, Paul's Armenian, and we're
Oh,
like,
kick
what?
John.
So geese. That's
Oh
what
my
I got.
God, I know,
Got
right?
him.
I'm like,
didn't
how's
even
Tracy
know.
Tutor, an Armenian
well,
last
now
name?
you know. So when my grandfather got off the boat and landed here when he was about 9 years old, they asked him for his name, and he said Varjabedian, although you say it much better.
Varjabedian.
Varjabedian.
Is
Yeah,
that with a V?
Varjabedian, which
A
is
V?
V. Varjabedian, which means Varjabed, is Varjabedian. So Varjabed is the first aspect of it, and that means teacher. So you're a teacher.
Tutor. Oh,
So that's
my
tutor. So he
God.
converted it to
They
English.
couldn't pronounce
Of
it.
course
Right.
not.
So when they got there, they were like, "How about tutor?"
Yeah, sure.
And
Wow.
so that was
Because
it.
my last name, and back in the day, I think they all had some kind of a context to it, because then you were the son of or the brother of, and that's how they decided what your last name was.
Right.
Wow.
My last name signifies the blacksmith.
Huh.
It's so the horseshoe. So the person, isn't that a blacksmith? The
Yeah.
person that
Yeah,
would
yeah.
put the shoes on the horse.
Yeah, of course.
So
Well, they're
that's
farriers, technically. Yes. But
well, depending on
it's because I'm a horse girl. so-
depending on the tier that you're
Yeah.
on. So who knows? You know.
You rode horses?
Yeah, I did.
Our
My
daughter did.
does.
She loved it.
Yeah.
Where do you have a horse? Are you
I
at the Equestrian Center in Burbank?
No, my horses, they used to be in Sullivan Canyon, which is in Brentwood, and
Oh, yeah.
now they're out in Thousand Oaks at a farm called Granite Bay.
Oh, I haven't
Nice.
been there.
How often
'cause-
do you go riding?
I don't ride anymore,
Okay.
but my daughter is showing right now.
Oh, so she
You're
rides.
kidding
Okay,
me.
nice.
Yeah.
Because we used to have a horse at the Equestrian Center too. We have a horse
Yeah.
property actually.
I
We can keep a
love
horse at our
horses.
Yeah, I
property.
loved it.
That's one of the reasons why we moved all the way out there in LA.
To have the horsies.
Yeah.
So you can have a horse.
I mean,
but
that's
then
my
we don't have
dream.
one.
It's on the vision board. I'm manifesting like a big.
What, you
farm
can't
with
bring
the
one to your
horses.
house in Beverly
I
Hills?
mean, I don't think they fit on the 10,000 square foot lot. I'm only 7 up.
I love it. Oh my
Oh,
god.
well, maybe when we get our, $80 million property.
Yeah,
We'll
with
get you-
grotto, etc. Throw in a farm and a ranch there for me while you're at it.
Not in Beverly Hills, though, babe.
stalls.
Where are you going to find it in
Couple
Beverly
stalls.
Hills?
Stalls. They have that in Calabasas now.
Well,
in
you
Newton
can
Hills, they
there's
have
horse
it.
property in Brentwood, so
Yeah.
that there's an advantage to that.
No, if I'm gonna move again,
It would be
it's gonna
Beverly,
up
like
the
Beverly Hills up
street.
the street.
I have
Yeah.
to have because everybody
Yeah.
where do you go?
The walkability here is so great.
Right.
I mean, this is like our backyard. Like we've been here forever. It's
Yeah.
like
I
considering-
agree.
Well,
It's
where
like
we
I
live
don't
now
know.
it's a private road. It's 4-story house. It's out in the middle of nowhere.
Well,
off
Jeff
the
knows it
210.
really well.
Jeff came did our house, but
Jeff
we love
knows
it because
really
it's
well.
at night.
Jeff hates
There's
it.
no street
What
lights.
the fuck are you gonna get out of that goddamn?
Yeah,
What
you
does he
see
call
the
it?
stars at night. It's beautiful. Tracy, if you could pick to be a housewife,
Oh,
what franchise would you be on?
Beverly Hills,
Well,
of course.
obviously
How could you?
Beverly
If you,
Hills.
besides Beverly Hills, any others?
She can't do
Would you
any
do
other.
Housewives?
I mean, those Jersey girls are fun to watch, man,
Yeah,
but
they
they're
are.
crazy.
They're all crazy.
You would flip a table. you flipped a couple of things.
Who knows? You know what I love? I love the Salt Lake City. I think they're
Oh.
crazy too. They're fun to watch.
They are
They're going to
good.
jail
Orange
one at a
County,
time.
Yeah, I mean, don't they all?
I know.
Like
At this, yeah.
every franchise, you're like, well, she's going now. Like it's like a trade off.
I
like
feel
every
it's like
year.
because when they're on TV, they're exposed. Like they open,
How do you-
they're exposed to everything.
How do you
No, but
keep-
if you follow the actual law, maybe you wouldn't be in jail.
True.
Yeah, but they
Very
started that
true.
way before they got on TV.
I know,
You know
right?
they've been doing this for a long time.
I would have been
Yeah.
like clocking that, like, oh, this looks good, opening myself up here to,
Exactly.
potentially be discovered. I don't know, but
Yeah.
it's tough. I
It's-
like them all, but I do watch Beverly Hills, and I obviously have a lot of friends on that show. So
We do too. We love
Yeah.
all of them. He just did the, well, I can't say, but
Oh
one of
yeah.
the-
Oops. Shh.
one of the housewives of Beverly Hills. He did
The
a
new
dress
housewife.
for her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's gonna be the opening credit. It's gonna
That's
be beautiful.
fine.
I'm doing the new housewife of Dubai because I just got back from there,
Yep.
and I did the finale looks for 2 of them last.
The reunions.
Amazing.
The finale reunion.
Reunion. Yep.
I did Sarah Al Madani,
Yeah.
who's an Emirati, and
Nina
Nina
Ali.
Ali, who's the real rich one, who's no longer going to be on the show.
Caroline's a good friend of mine, but
Caroline's a friend of ours,
Yeah,
too, yeah.
I haven't watched it. That's the only one I've missed.
It's a
so far.
fun
We
show.
love
Yeah.
Caroline. She's actually going to come be on our podcast.
Yeah.
Her and Sergio.
She's fun as hell.
It's
Yeah.
a fun
She's
show.
such a
though.
hoot.
But sometimes I don't understand what she picks. For clothing,
Fashion-wise?
fashion-wise. Sometimes it's just a hit and a miss.
But she's
I feel like she
adventurous.
listen, you can't nail it all the time. I think
I
you know.
know.
Well,
even,
wait till
like,
we do Runway Rundown with you.
We
Then
don't
you're
have
gonna
her-
see.
We don't have her purple jumpsuit. Oh my god, that she wore to it. It was pretty bad. We don't have that. We should have brought that.
I can't wait. Oh, I love a game.
Okay, what's our fun topics?
Okay, well the big one.
Well,
is,
you know you have opinions.
Yes.
And we love
Me?
your opinion.
yeah, we love your opinions.
I mean, everybody's that come on the podcast, recently has only talked about Scandoval because everybody has a freaking opinion about it.
So what's
And
your
of course-
opinion of Scandal?
And you know we were at the wedding, so you know he saw them kissing. So you know this happened in front of our face, right?
Really?
Before
Yes.
anybody even knew, I saw Sandra.
Because I did Sheena's wedding.
He did her
But
wedding
did
gown.
you also see that she had made out with Schwartz?
The night before,
We
two
were
nights
sitting
before,
at the
we were sitting at the
table.
table, and Bravo
So wait,
producers
that was
kicked
like-
us out.
They moved
Straight-
us. They moved us out of the table so they can produce to have them sit there at our table. They kiss, and I was looking, and I'm like, "What
Wait,
are they doing
slow
now?"
down.
Yes.
So are you telling me
It was
that
fake.
you actually saw Tom Sandoval and Raquel
Kissing.
make out
At the wedding, day of Sheena's
out,
wedding.
like out in public?
Off to the side.
Yeah,
Dave
at the
Sheena's wedding.
hotel.
You've got to be kidding
Nope.
me.
Yes,
God.
because it had already
Before
started.
anybody even knew in August of last year.
Can I tell you one more secret?
Oh my God, I'm so upset.
Raquel got rid of her roommate, made sure there was nobody in the room, and yeah, we were
Well,
all
we
living.
know they banged because
Yeah,
they announced
many
that.
we were
times.
living.
She
in
came
it.
clean after he made her lie on the reunion.
And finally said the timeline. Yeah.
God.
We were living in the
Exactly.
same place. It's a small hotel. I mean, well, we had taken over the whole hotel
Yeah.
for the wedding, basically. So we're all in the same section.
I'm going to say this. Obviously, I am Team Ariana. Who isn't?
Right.
Of course.
I went through that when I was married. So, like, it's a soft spot for me. So, I mean, I think she handled it with such class and grace. And I'm happy to see her moved on and
Thrive.
happy. And she's just going to thrive. It was time. She
Right.
needs to leave. He's like trashy. Like, come on.
Mhm.
But
dude.
this was a good
Like,
thing for her
bro,
to
you're
move.
40 plus years old and you're in a, like, band.
A boy band.
But not even with original music. Like, you're in a cover band.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And you can't sing.
get a grip.
I
You know
know.
what I mean?
So who would you represent? Tom Sandoval or Ariana Madix? Since they're going to have to sell the house
You
now
mean
for
in
a
the sale of the
divorce.
house?
Yeah, and sell the house.
Duh, I'm representing Ariana.
So how do you decide? Okay, so you know a couple.
So-
they have a house.
You know, there's been
Now
a lot
they're
of
going to get a
blogs-
divorce.
There's been a lot of blogs talking about this, like
Okay.
who's representing the sale of their house.
Oh, there is.
Okay.
I will say this: I'm definitely a front runner.
You are?
Not in like real life, but on the blogs.
Okay. Okay.
And I think in a case like that, more than likely, Tom will probably want some representation and protection because I'm all about Ariana.
Right.
Now, obviously, I'd want to get them the most money possible.
course,
So
right.
I'd have to put that aside if they chose to hire me. But, my heart goes out to the girl and I want to protect her and get her as much money as possible. So
So how do you decipher though? When somebody's going through a divorce and you're
happens all the time.
you're connected in a whole different capacity. How do you so there's going to be each one has their own representation?
Sometimes. So sometimes when you have a divorce and it gets complicated,
Right.
they won't want one agent to represent both people's interests because perhaps the husband wants more money, the wife wants, there's always differences of opinion. There's
Wow.
attorneys
Sure.
involved. So oftentimes they'll co-list something where, for example, someone like Josh Altman would represent Tom's best interest and I would represent, say, Ariana's best
So you would go
interest.
against
Got it.
Altman.
No, it wouldn't go against
No,
him. We would
post-
work
co-
together.
work
You
and
work
co-list
together
the
to
property.
kind of figure out how to.
Do you feel the property is going to be sell for a lot more than it's really worth because of all of this?
Absolutely not.
No,
you don't think so.
No.
Okay.
No, because who wants to
Really?
pay for somebody shacking up in somebody else's
I don't
and
know.
ruining
They-
a
you know-
marriage?
No, it's not that. It's not. First of all, it's not that kind of. I mean, they're not Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, yeah,
They-
yeah. Got
there's
it.
value in certain celebrities living in a house to a point.
Okay.
I think in this case, that's irrelevant. I
Okay.
think it's just about getting them as much money as they possibly can, and so they can part ways and divide their finances and move on. I mean, the good news is she's not married to him.
Yeah.
So this is their
And
investment.
they don't have any
But if
kids.
they're together for 10 years, is that common? Does just common law marriage fall
Yeah,
into
9
place?
years. 9 years.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've been following it pretty closely.
But they bought it. But they bought it together. Well,
Interesting.
if we ever get a divorce, who would you represent?
I feel
Blondes stay together.
Shut up! I can't believe you.
well with the Armenian heritage.
Yes, hello.
Oh, fuck the Armenian heritage.
That's
Hello.
right. Drink your coffee, girl.
I
Drink
feel
your
like I could
coffee.
represent both of you.
Oh, that would be interesting.
I don't think we'll ever
Very
get a
interesting.
divorce.
Oh well, thank God.
One of us will be buried first.
Probably. What do you think about
When
the
an
Spotify,
Armenian and a German
the
get
Spotify
together.
thing with Meghan Markle and Prince
Oh,
Harry?
yeah. I mean, everyone I try not to get like too obsessed with that.
Yeah.
Someone who used to do my hair all the time, who I'm very, very close with, does Meghan's hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's really, and I trust his opinion, and he's with her all the time. She's lovely. And the truth is, I think that they're in love. And I think that, it was tough. I know that, like, England is not going to be thrilled with this opinion because I've had this conversation and debate with a lot of people.
Okay.
I'm happy for them. And you know what? If it's not working for you, I'm glad they got out. And you know what? They got to make money. And so if they need to hustle and do what they need to do to get a deal done, then so be it. Go with God.
They're doing the hustle the way she understands the hustle could be.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
what she
That's
was,
what it
guys.
is.
I mean, she was an
Yeah.
actor for a long time.
Pretty much.
And she gave everything
she
up
became
to
a
be.
princess for a minute, and then she was like, fuck this noise, I'm out.
But what do you think about the Spotify calling them fucking grifters?
I mean, that's crazy.
But he also said that they didn't deliver anything they said they were going to deliver. That's there's a two-way.
Contractual obligations,
Right.
and then there's
And then she
lot of
lied about
gossip,
the
right?
interviews. I saw all that today. I was debating.
Hold on. On another note, everybody, all you fashionistas out there, I don't want to be in that same fucking boat. Subscribe now, share, comment,
review.
review.
Hit the notification bell.
God, no one needs to be a grifter.
Yeah.
That's harsh though, right?
But it's
that's a harsh
It
word.
is really harsh. And I think, they've taken a lot of flack, over the course of the last few years, and it's got to be tough on them. They're trying to raise a family, and I get it. I don't know, like, the ins and outs, and half the things I read, I don't believe, because I know half the things I read about myself, I'm like, what the hell is that?
Right.
I have no idea what they're talking about. So a lot of that stuff is just media play, so we'll see what happens.
But if
right?
you married a prince, would you take him out of the royal family?
Would you take it?
First of all, she did not take him out.
Okay.
She is not that fucking powerful, right?
I don't know about that. I think she wears the pants.
I think he always wanted to leave and was trying to find a way to be able to make a clean break.
Think about
Because he was never going to be king, or he was
No,
never
and
in
by the way,
line.
you guys
He
think
needed a
about
life.
His history. I mean,
Yeah.
his mom obviously died a very tragic death.
Yeah.
This is a kid who has been through an enormous
So much
amount
trauma.
and so
Yeah.
much trauma before he even
Yeah.
met the love of
True.
his life. He's madly in love with her. Let him live. Leave him
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah.
And let them forge a path to make money. Clearly, they've been cut off from the royal family,
Right.
so they have no protection. They
They've
have
been
to do
kicked
what
to the
have
curb.
to
They put their
100%.
Louis Vuittons on the sidewalk
They did.
at the palace.
Okay, I got another one for you. Tori Spelling's divorce.
How do you do that?
I love Tori. I feel so
I mean,
bad.
I like Tori a lot. I feel like that was a long time coming. No?
You think he cheated on her again?
I mean, he did.
Do you
once,
have
right?
to
Wasn't
Yeah,
that-
he did once. Yeah.
right? That
Yeah.
was public knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she
yeah,
said
yeah.
something.
At the
I mean,
end
they
of
went to therapy for it and stuff like that. But I mean, do you ever get over anything like that once it happens to
I
you,
do
and then
think
you feel
you
like,
can. I do think that you can recover from affairs and cheating and stuff like that. I think people are human. I think you just have to want to remain in the marriage. But at the end of the day, they've been together for a long time. They have
Yeah.
18 kids at this point?
So
That's
many
what I
kids.
say.
Well, you were married for 17 years?
I was married for 14.
14, and then
together for 17 and a half.
and he cheated on you?
He did.
And how did you find out?
A mutual friend had found out what was going
Oh,
on
and told
and
you.
called my now ex-husband
Yep.
and said, you have 24 hours to tell her. Right?
Wow.
Yeah.
But that's good. That's a good friend.
Yeah, it's a great friend. And the truth is, it was a long time coming.
Did you try? Do you think you would have tried to work it out, or
No.
you? No, you didn't.
No.
Okay.
I mean, the ship sailed, but the
Yeah.
truth is, I'm happy for him. We have a great relationship now. He's now married. I adore her. I want the best for him. We
Right.
co-parent great together. We're like one big dysfunctional, happy, weird family. I love it though.
Yeah.
I invited her over for Father's Day. She was in Napa, couldn't be there. My ex-husband was there. My dad was there. My boyfriend was there. I mean,
But it took a while for you to get there.
it took us about 4 years,
Okay.
but we're there.
That's good.
I think we
That's
both
good for
had
the
that
kids.
same. We both have had that same kind of a issue, and I
Yeah.
think a lot of people that have had that issue go into another relationship, understanding that that's something that they can't do and they don't want to see done to them.
Right.
My ex
Because-
cheated on me. His
And
ex
mine
cheated on him.
But you guys, I don't.
But I've
think
never
there's-
cheated on anyone.
I don't think there's anybody in some form that hasn't experienced this.
Yeah.
Like whether it was done to you or
Right.
you did it to someone, it's human nature. We aren't meant, obviously, to be tied to one person for our entire lives and not have sexual relations. I mean, we're human.
No, we get
make
it. Look at
mistakes.
Sandoval. I mean, seriously.
Right?
Hello.
But at the end of the day, I think you can recover from it. And if you can't, you get divorced, you move on, and then you hopefully repair, if it's worth repairing.
Right.
But I feel like if you're honest and have respect in your relationship, you couldn't even go there to begin with, because you could have very, very deep conversations with your partner,
Right.
trying to figure out, I'm not happy.
Right.
How to
I
fix
don't
it.
know what is going to make me happy. It may not have anything to do with you, but I'm in search of something.
Yeah.
Either help me or release me in
Right.
order for me to find that path.
I mean, that's a very mature way of thinking.
Right.
But I think generally people that do that aren't in that space and even have an understanding of themselves. I mean, narcissism at its finest, right?
Yeah.
Because in their opinion, they don't feel like they're doing
They're doing anything
something
wrong.
that
Yeah.
they're not trying to hurt you. They're just trying to benefit themselves, right?
But mentally, like, would you ever cheat on anyone? Have you ever cheated on anyone?
No, I mean, I maybe did after I found out. That
But that doesn't count, because after he
Fireman.
started cheating on you. Right?
Ooh!
Like,
Beverly
they're-
Hills firemen
like,
are
they're
hot. They're
Firemen here are so hot.
cute.
Oh my
I think there's a
God.
mold. There's a specific mold for
Yeah.
the police and the fire. I swear to God,
It's
if
a
they
special
it
kind of
is.
job.
It's a
I
special
love it when they come check they want to check the
fire
the
hydrant.
fire hydrant. The fire extinguisher. Oh, we need to check it. And I'm
I
like,
mean, this is the advantage of living in the flats.
and I'm like, oh, it's not up to date. I think you have to come back next week.
You know how many times they come here? I
5
think
times.
They just drive by and say
Oh,
hello.
yeah. I have them at my house all the time.
By and say
Oh
hello.
yeah, they're so fantastic.
They're
Like
oh,
6 of
the
them.
tag is not
I know,
fixed.
it's like the whole crew, the big truck shows up.
It's
like-
fantastic.
and then you know what? The rest of the time he's on the computer. If I had asked him to do something, he's busy for me. The minute that truck pulls up, he's like, "Are they coming in?"
But you know what?
Are they here?
I don't think the Beverly Hills Fire Department has ever done a calendar, though. Have they?
They need to.
They should, right? 'Cause
They're
I
not
think we have the
allowed.
hottest
They're-
firemen.
They're not allowed.
Why?
The city has an ordinance that says that you're not allowed.
You've
to
clearly
do
looked
that.
into it.
Well,
I would buy a Beverly Hills
Yeah.
Fire Department calendar.
well, because we donate
Like
to the
according to
firemen.
ordinance B123,
We donate to the firemen's and the policeman's black and white ball for
Of
years.
course you
So
do.
then they're like, because I asked, I'm like, why don't we do a calendar? Yeah, I asked.
Okay, I got another one for you. One more. Christina Bumgartner asking for $250,000 for child support from Kevin Costner.
Oh yeah. Well, if he has money, you know.
Oh my God, can I tell you a funny story? So we went to one of the events at where was it? At the PGA, I think.
Have you met Kevin Costner?
No.
He is
He's-
one of the most beautiful
didn't-
men I've ever
I
seen.
didn't think I was gonna be like.
I think I'd lose it.
I
'cause
didn't like when I was sitting there. I was like the second row, right in the front, and she was sitting next to me, but I didn't know who she was at the moment.
Yeah,
How many kids do they have?
3.
Oh yeah.
All right, so
Great.
she's asking for like, almost,
Yeah.
$100,000 per kid
Yeah,
per month.
I mean, it's a lifestyle that, she needs to continue on with these kids.
Well,
How long were they married?
So 20,
20 years?
maybe
Almost 20 years, maybe?
That's yeah. So when she was sitting next to me,
Yeah.
we were Kevin Costner was up there and finished, and then
stage.
loved Snow White. So they introduced us, and this is the boys, blah 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 blah.
Yep.
And then she walked up, and I'm like, oh, that's the same lady that was sitting next to me.
He didn't
'cause
even
I
know he
wasn't
was sitting
paying
next to
attention.
Kevin
Right.
Costner's
Because
wife.
I was so
didn't know.
focused on Kevin. He was so electric that I could not get my eyes off this
I
man.
can't,
I didn't think it was going to happen. Like, Kevin Costner's great, but as an actor, but as a human, when he was sitting up
Oh
there,
my God.
every nuance about this man was such a turn on. I was like, what is going on with me
Tracy,
right
two
now? I
men in my
can't.
life that I could honestly say,
can't.
okay, maybe I would cheat on you, babe, that I would fuck
Kevin.
is Hugh Jackman and Kevin Costner.
We're not going to talk about Hugh Jackman. Shut up.
Wow, we're touching something a little bit close.
I'll tell you the story about that one too if
But-
you really
Off
need to
camera.
know.
But Kevin Costner in Bodyguard, did you see?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
obviously you saw it. So After
but I
I
never
showed,
thought that until I saw him in
When
person.
you see him in person, it's
I know,
ridiculous.
I've been in love with him since the beginning of time.
Really?
But after he did The Bodyguard, him and Whitney became really close.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
a huge Whitney Houston fan.
Yep.
So when Whitney passed away, you know that he spoke and gave.
Yes.
Did you ever see it?
Yeah, it was
Yes.
amazing.
I was literally
Yeah.
bawling my eyes
Yeah,
out.
So
we
so
were all
amazing.
teary-eyed.
Such an
But it's still
unbelievable
different. But it's still different when you
you meet him in
actually.
person. I would pass
You know
out.
what it is? Because
Yeah.
when you see your idol or somebody that you know, and you're in the industry, so when people show up to the store, and I've seen them on television, and they want me to make them a dress,
Right.
then I'm like, "Ugh, I don't like this woman. You know what I mean?
Right, of
Or
course.
because you know the character, or
they're
you
not as
know
cool
them.
a
Yeah.
person as
Yes,
they
or you
appear.
think, or you don't connect on a certain thing. You
Right.
still do your responsibility or your
Yep.
job, but when you love them on TV, and all of a sudden they're like, "No, God."
You know what else
Letdown.
is super weird too is sometimes like I remember back in the day when my 20s when I was a lot more fun.
Yep.
I used to go
After
to
the hooch?
Yeah, like the Grammy parties and
Yeah, yeah.
stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And they used to do it at Morton's.
Oh, yeah.
So I went to one of the parties there and I walked in and everybody was there, right?
Yep.
Like all the huge
The who's who
stars,
goes there
the
afterwards,
who's
yeah.
who.
Of course.
And I almost passed out, and this is so random because I'm not even a fan. Billy Idol,
Oh,
Really?
the most charismatic man in
Wow.
that room, like stood out to me and then was talking to people. And it was so funny. Everybody was talking to Billy Idol, and there was
Yeah.
something magnetic about him.
Yes,
And
the
people
draw.
People have that kind of energy where they just draw you in. And
Yeah.
then there are certain celebrities that you meet them in person, and you're like, what a disappointment.
Yeah,
right?
I'm like, oh.
Kevin's like a Billy Idol. Like you probably meet him in
He
person.
was-
He's just
Tell her
better.
what happened. That was so funny.
Well, he was remarkable. But
Yeah.
the funny thing is, he's also funny.
Yeah.
And he connected with us on such a different level, and he felt
Yeah.
so comfortable. Besides our, the person that was introducing us was a very, very dear friend of his. So he knew that, we come,
Sure.
with some credibility.
Right.
We're not just like crazy fans that are just sitting out there. Well, when she came up, she goes, "Oh, honey," because she didn't know I was going to go up there and I was going to be introduced and stuff. And she goes, "Oh, honey,
Yeah.
look at his ring." And then he goes, "Oh."
Kevin looks at his
I didn't
engagement ring.
get anything like that because she's showing her engagement ring. And he's like, "Well, why don't you rub your ring next to his?" And takes her hand and starts rubbing my hand.
Maybe yours will
it'll
get
grow.
bigger.
I go, "Bitch, he got you a ranch. Like, I don't have a freaking
He said that
ranch."
to her. and
I
was like,
said,
"Oh my
because
God."
I was like, "This is all I've got. You've got a freaking ranch."
And
Like,
my face went bright red. I'm like, you just said to Kevin
like-
Costner's wife, bitch, he bought you a ring.
I was like, "What do you mean?"
Did she laugh?
Oh my
laughed.
God,
Okay,
she
God.
died. I
He
mean,
was laughing.
we were like having a ball at that
That's
time. But
awesome.
I was like, "Bitch!" Like seriously. And then he held me. I mean, when he grabbed
Oh
my
my
hand,
God.
I was like,
You were like clammy.
I was like, huh? Like,
But I
it's
mean,
so weird.
I
It's like-
always thought he was good looking, but when you see him in person,
yeah, I wish
Oh
this
my
on you.
God.
I wish
You-
this on you.
You know when you see a star like that, and you're not really sure like how it all happened,
Yes.
and then you meet them in person, you're
Yeah.
like, that charisma came into the room before they did.
100%.
Right? Like
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
they have this aura and this energy that is just magnetic, and certain
That's
people
why
have
I
it, and
always
certain
say,
people don't.
I wish more people got to meet Anna Nicole because there was something so beautiful
Oh
about
yeah,
her.
guaranteed.
She would walk into the room, and if Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt were sitting there, you'd be like,
your head would turn down in the cold.
yeah, you'd be like,
It-
Anna Nicole's in the house.
Really true.
Crazy energy.
Yeah, it's just the way it is. I feel.
But Kevin Costner,
Oh my
God.
God.
I'm gonna
God.
introduce you to him.
Oh my God, I
Let's
love
go to the
it.
ranch. Well, if he gets to keep the ranch and she gets 250,000, he's available.
No, but she's got a boyfriend.
I mean,
Well, Eric could be a
Kevin
son.
Costner. I think Eric would be
Eric-
fine with that.
Eric could be. Eric could
Eric
be
would be
okay.
like, honey, go.
Yeah.
Can I
He's
just
not
come
gonna
and
hold
visit
you
you
back.
at the time? Oh, 100%.
For
Eric would be-
sure.
I mean, listen, Eric wants to have kids one day. I'm not going to be able to do that. Like, we have a great relationship. But if I ended up with Kevin Costner, Eric would be like, we're best friends for life.
Yeah.
I'm coming every summer. I'll stay in like the guest cottage.
But wait
I'll
a
be
minute.
best friends with
you
Kevin.
You just said something. You said he wants to have kids. You don't want to have any more. And where's this relationship going then at this
Because
point?
you're
Oh, we're
older
just
than him,
enjoy-
right?
Yeah,
You're-
I'm much older than him. I'm 19 years older than
Wow.
him.
What's
So-
19 years these days? Anna Nicole was
Tracy-
like,
Well,
so,
listen, if
You're a cougar.
guys, that's not.
Paul's a
that-
cougar,
it's
too.
not even so much the.
such a bitch.
That's not the point. I mean, I love Eric. I mean, he's fantastic. We've had a wonderful 3.5 years together and we're still going strong. But, you know, eventually he's 28.
Yeah.
And I know he wants a family. And, you know, we haven't talked about it as of late, but, you know, we'll get to that place.
You wouldn't want to have a baby? You could still have a baby.
Carolyn Stanberry saying she wants to have a baby with Sergio.
There's ways to have a baby.
I know, but then I have to do it all over again.
And
No,
how
you
old are your
hire
girls
nannies.
now? How old are your girls now? They're
17 and 14.
teenagers, right? Yeah, so.
Yeah, so you could do it all over again.
I don't know.
It'll keep you young. Younger.
Maybe.
Look at how hot you are. I mean, seriously, look at you.
Guys, I don't know. That's having another baby is like a whole.
That is a whole nother
Well,
thing.
I'm telling you, he wants to have another baby. And
do.
I told him, I just shed the last 5 pounds on Ozempic. I am not doing this fucking thing again.
I do want to have another
And this
child.
time,
You know what?
when she went to Beverly Hills High School, my car was parked 2 blocks this way underneath Whole Foods, right?
Yeah.
Like in the monthly parking.
Yeah.
So I would have to walk from here to Whole Foods, get the car, and go 2 blocks the other way just to go pick up that bitch. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore.
What about the time you were in the boutique with Betty White? He's like, I gotta go pick up our daughter. I gotta go pick up our daughter from Beverly Hills. And he's in the middle of fitting with her, and he goes, Betty, get in the car. We're going. We're gonna go pick her up.
I'm like, where's your car? Oh, in the front. I'm like, Diane Cannon, where's your car? In the front.
Get in the car.
I'm like,
We're
I
go-
don't
we're gonna
care.
go get my
I'm
daughter.
like, go get the car. Start changing your dress. I'll be right back.
I mean,
Because I can't see myself doing it again, and I think that's my problem.
I love being a mom.
Yeah.
I love it. My girls are amazing. I'm not saying it's 100% out of the question. It's just at this phase of my life, like I'm watching them grow up. It's been such a joy. I'm just not sure that I'm 100% ready for that.
Has he
Even
proposed to
in-
you? Is
no.
it
And even in
If he
any
proposes,
facet,
would you say yes?
I don't know. I don't honestly like.
Because if you say yes, then that comes with strings, and you know what they are, which is having a baby, which is one of them.
Yeah, and I don't want to be
Maybe.
pregnant again. We'd have to have a surrogate.
Get a
There would be whole
surrogate.
thing, and I think he wants.
Didn't
like,
Reese Witherspoon do it that way? Who did it? Somebody did
a
it
lot
that
of
way.
people
Oh,
do
Nicole
it that
Kidman.
way.
Oh, Nicole Kidman did it that way.
A
I
lot
mean,
of people do it that
it's
way,
a-
and I have nothing against that. I just,
It is a
know,
lot of work.
guys, I'll be like in a wheelchair, and you know,
well, you'll have Eric to push you around.
he is very strong.
I mean, come on, he's hot.
I mean,
He's gonna stay hot for a while. You're gonna need eye candy in a couple of years.
I'm gonna be like, actually, Caroline and I talk about this all the time. She's
Yeah.
like, we're gonna be like, you know,
But she's gonna have a baby, right? Isn't
old
she?
hags. I
talking
think they
about-
want to have a
Yeah.
baby. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with that. I haven't talked to her recently, but I'm like, girl, you're crazy.
Right.
And she's like, yeah, I don't know how we're going to pull this off. You know, Sergio's going to be pushing me around in a wheelchair. I'm going to be 65, 70.
But Sergio wants kids, like
He does.
Okay.
He does.
Well, wait, didn't Elton John? Who was it that had?
Elton John.
No, somebody. No, that big actor. He used to get ice cream around the corner.
Al Pacino.
Yes, he just had a baby.
Guys, these are men.
Yeah,
It's
the
like
men, it's a
different
little
for
bit different for the
women.
men.
It's
You're
just
right.
different. It's a little
Interesting.
different.
Okay, you like games?
I love games.
We're gonna do Runway Rundown.
Okay.
So Runway Rundown, we like to call the good, the bad, and the ugly.
I
We're gonna-
call it. What were you thinking?
Yeah, sometimes like, what the fuck were you wearing?
Okay.
We're gonna show you some people on the red carpet. We're gonna talk about their looks. Thank God we have a designer extraordinaire here, so he can give his opinion. We
Absolutely.
want to get your opinions too,
Okay.
and you might be in some of the pictures too.
Oh no! There's been some fashion faux pas for sure.
So this is Dove Cameron at the Cameron at the Cameron Boyce Foundation, and
I haven't seen any of these pictures. They never want to show them to me, the producers, and them.
Yeah.
They
Babe.
never want to show it to me until I sit here, so that I really have like this
I'm
honest opinion.
I'm looking at this, and it's like a fucking Christmas tree gone bad.
Oh,
I'm
no.
sorry, but I don't get it, Paul. Explain
Oh wow! What did you guys pick?
it.
She's wearing a bustier top that looks like it's hand embroidered.
Is this a lampshade
And then-
upside down?
Oh my God! It does look like a lampshade upside down. The colors don't match. Her skin tone looks pale.
Oh my God,
Her
that's-
eyeshadow does not
Poor girl.
blend
I'm
with
sorry,
the
but
out.
she's so pretty. That is so
She's a beautiful
unfortunate.
girl.
And she's like edgy. Is this her trying to do like emu meets like garden party?
No, not even. This doesn't even qualify for that
But
because
it's not.
the textures and the layers and
But
the
I don't
floral.
understand this situation. What's
This-
happening
it-
here?
Is that the?
This is it's a drop waist.
Yeah, I get it.
Explain
but,
that,
like,
Paul, for
not
the
in a good
listeners.
way.
It's a drop waist, and what it does is it has a band, and this band, this is supposed to go underneath. It looks like one of those cultural outfits that you wear for like German or Australian.
Oh,
And it's
Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest,
Yeah,
and
it
it's
does
got
have Oktoberfest
the
vibes.
leaves, and the details on it. That's what it
Can
signifies.
we just talk about what it's doing for her body?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
It makes her look short.
Like why it should be
pudgy.
banded up here. I don't know, the whole thing. The print's wrong, everything's wrong. I hate it.
If your stylist brought this to you, what would you
I
say?
wouldn't even try it on.
Well,
Yeah.
this looks like The Sound of Music. The curtain came
But is
down.
this recent?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say if it was like
It's the-
10 years ago. or
No, it's
something.
Cameron Boyce. Remember Cameron Royce, Boyce? Cameron Boyce, the actor that died. We met him. The
Yeah.
one that died from Disney.
Yeah.
It's the second.
She's a
annual
beautiful girl.
foundation.
She's very
She just had
pretty.
She
I
had
know.
An off night.
This is a really off night.
Yeah.
I think there's something that she was trying
And
to
the
accomplish.
hairstylist forgot to take out the clips.
I see. I noticed. I don't even.
It's
Yeah,
supposed
and I
to
don't even
be
like
a
the
look,
makeup.
But it's not.
That is not a
That's
look.
not the look.
No.
No, that's
Those are
the
not even
look.
pretty clips.
No, exactly. That's not the look. But I feel like when you're trying to do something interesting like this, and you have a stylist that you've hired
about
and
just
you're
black?
paying money for,
Right.
would you allow your stylist to be able to make you just show up like this?
Well, first of all, you're at the end of the day.
It's you.
It's your body,
you
your
have
look.
to say yes
Right.
or no. You have to have a point of view.
Exactly.
We all agree. It's thumbs down.
That's something.
Thumbs down.
Okay, Tracy. This one is. I
Okay.
love the
Look at
thigh
this
high
face.
boots.
Oh no, this is probably me.
That's you. You better start hiding under the
How
couch.
long ago was this, y'all?
I don't know. I think it's a Chanel fanny pack.
You better start hiding.
Oh
I think
no.
it's a
Let me
Chanel
see.
fanny pack. It's kind of like the.
No, that's a
Balenciaga,
Gucci.
and
Gucci.
That's
You
a
remind me of the
Gucci.
girl in the White Snake video that's gonna dance on top
Tony
of.
Katane.
Yes.
You look hot though. Those boots are made for
mean,
walking.
by the way-
They're strutting.
Let's just talk about the fact that that was a shirt, not a dress.
That's
Okay.
a shirt.
And I wore it as a dress.
Good job.
Guys, I was just recently single.
I love the
You know,
Good
boots.
job.
I had to bring it.
But I love the
It's
color
a little
combination.
slutty. I love a pink and black.
I
It's
do.
a little
It's-
slutty.
Yeah.
This does say,
Come get me.
yeah,
I'm
come get me.
single.
What do you have in
Yeah.
your fanny pack?
Condoms.
I want to hear it from you. What did you put in there? It's not your cell phone because it ain't big enough for a cell phone.
My black card, my identification,
I
some
love
Listerine strips, and maybe a condom. I don't know.
Your lip gloss, that
Oh,
was
yeah.
hiding in your boobage right there. Look
Oh,
at your cleavage.
But you look good in pink.
Lord.
I will say I like the color pink on you.
Oh, thank you.
I do.
I do want to tell you that you've graduated. Your hair is so much nicer now.
Thank you.
For sure.
You know, it takes a minute.
Your
Yeah.
look is fierce.
Thank you.
Here, you look like a mom
Yeah.
that's trying to just be divorced and be out and have
Yeah.
somebody notice you.
Yeah.
And you're back in the 80s.
Truth.
Except there's a lot of cash going on, which
Yeah,
I appreciate.
there's a lot of money in
I
that outfit.
appreciate
It's an epic, expensive fail.
Yeah.
of an
Yeah,
outfit.
yes, absolutely.
So
That's-
even when you're
she's
wearing,
expensive.
she's
Did
an
she get lucky that night?
She definitely did.
well, listen,
Mission accomplished.
I don't think you were
right?
wearing panties, that's for sure.
No, sir.
I love it. Oh
She was
my
letting it
god.
all hang out.
Okay, I love Elizabeth Olsen. I love her in Love and Death. I love her outfits. I really do. But this is an epic red disaster fail for me, Paul. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I don't know what she was thinking. Elizabeth, you need to call my husband to make your primetime Emmys gown because this was hideous.
That neckline is not doing her any justice, nor is the cutout in the front. It should be cinched here.
I don't like the ruffle.
Yeah, there's. and the-
Okay, so
the
she's
flip
got broad
looks a little
shoulders.
sad.
Yeah,
And
she's
she's-
got
Like if
broad
this
shoulders.
was a higher neck, like a halter situation with like a low back to give her some sort of curve here.
I almost think, babe, if you took this dress and you flipped it upside down, it might look better on
Yeah,
her.
it just makes her boxy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
she
she's
has
not.
like a nice figure, but this just isn't the right cut for her body, which is such a shame because she's beautiful.
Yeah.
And like the
How
shoe
did-
choice is a little frumpy.
How do you decide when you're walking out of the house? Do you look at yourself when you walk out of the house? When I
Yeah.
look at these scenarios, I wonder, do you have so much trust in someone who's just going to style you and things, but you have your own body? Shouldn't you look at yourself and say, what makes you feel confident?
Honestly, I think
Yeah.
particularly when you're getting photographed on the red carpet and or working on a TV show, it takes a minute to figure out how you perceive yourself isn't always how like the rest of the world perceives
Right.
you, right? So, you when you don't feel comfortable in your own skin, you often lean on a stylist, and if they think it's great and mom thinks it's great, then you just walk out the door and say to hell with it.
I mean, the dress is beautiful. It's just not made or built for her
I don't
figure.
I don't think so, Paul. I think
I
it's a
don't-
hideous dress. I
I
am
don't
not going to
think-
say that
I
dress
Well,
is
it's a
beautiful.
silk. It's a silk iridescent chiffon. I can see what they were trying to go at.
I don't
I
like the
can
ripples.
see what they were. Well,
The
it
cut's
wasn't
not
made
right.
well.
It should have been on
It
the
wasn't made
side.
well.
No.
It wasn't made well. And I think her bra, what she's wearing underneath, the structure, she should have been wearing a bodysuit, and she's not. There's a lot of things that she wasn't doing. But I feel like the proportions, you know enough about your body where if you look in the mirror and you take a little snapshot, a selfie, and you see it through the third eye, you're going to be able to really recognize, does
I don't
that
think
work
so.
for me? Does
Not that.
not
I
work
don't
for me?
think so. I feel
Yeah.
like you understand that so well because this is what you do for a living. I don't
Yeah.
think that a lot of women and even men know how to look at it in that way. If you're not into
Yeah.
fashion and by the way, even my own fashion sense over the last 5 years alone is like it's like you just start to shift. And there's growth. You start to see yourself differently.
I've
Start
seen
to
you
elevate.
evolve in your
Yeah,
fashion.
There's like a big-
100%.
You look how cute you look. You look hot all the time.
Oh, thank you.
Are you
But,
wearing panties?
I mean, today I am.
It was a chore.
Yeah, it was tough.
It is a little windy
Yeah, it was
outside.
Okay, our last runway rundown is Simone Ashely, who I love. She's at
Oh,
the
I've
Disney
seen this.
Little Mermaid premiere. Babe, I think this is a miss. I really think this is a miss. It's like there's too much going on in this little white cocktail.
She
with-
got great legs though.
She does, and she's a great body, but what the hell is she wearing?
I
Paul?
don't know who that designer is, but the white lace with the pink satin.
It doesn't work, right?
Oof.
No.
Oof.
And there's too much on the side and too much gathering and
What a shame though, because if the dress was all pink and it was just this ruching here
right.
with this detail and it was all pink, it could be like a cool red carpet moment.
Possibly.
I can tell you
Not
it's a
with that-
very,
not with that
very,
hair.
But I don't like the hair
Is
either.
that Versace?
it's a very well made dress.
Is
it's a
it?
yeah.
I think it is Versace.
It is Versace.
It's a very
I know
well
that clip
made
anywhere.
dress, and it's very, very stylized.
I just
but
don't like the white.
No, I
I
don't like it.
don't know if this was the appropriate thing. The foundation, the dress, the lace dress foundation, that's their staple dress.
Okay.
They've modeled this for years with the lingerie, with every single cut that they do. So adding the little details through and the color, I think needed to be a little softer.
Well, what if it was just a pink lace so
It-
that the
I
texture
think-
was different?
Well, you know what? If there was a pink underlining that really resonated with
or
the
like a
outside
light.
color.
It's the white and pink for
Yeah.
me. It feels.
I
very
don't like the
Barbie.
way it's in the front of the dress, how it's not the whole
It
dress.
fits her beautifully.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah.
But again, I even don't mind the detail here. It's just the harshness of like the white lace.
The
is-
rouging of the white and the
Mhm.
pink is just an epic miss.
But her hair doesn't look so.
I don't like
pretty
her eyes
either.
makeup either. I didn't.
Yeah.
She doesn't look like she's got that much makeup on, but she's
When you
so
have a dress
beautiful.
like that that's kind of show stopping, it's
Yeah.
like
You need-
you gotta simplify the hair,
Yeah.
I agree.
clean makeup.
But she needed to be more glamorous, and she doesn't look like she's glamorous. It
Yeah.
looks like the dress is overpowering her.
Yeah.
What
on the
what is
carpet.
this material where it looks all wrinkly? Like what is this?
It's a
material?
taffeta.
It is
It's
taffeta.
a taffeta.
And
it's
it's-
a beautiful fabric.
It is.
beautiful.
It's
It's a
expensive,
beautiful
right? It's an
fabric,
expensive
yes.
fabric. Okay.
It's beautiful fabric,
and
and this
detail is
textured.
gorgeous,
yeah.
and so is this detail.
All this lace.
I just don't
is
like the
done
pink
by
over the white. I
hand.
think
don't
that's
either.
the miss. I might even like the pink lace dress with this over it
That's what
if
I'm
it's
saying.
all the same.
Or just a lighter pink, or even
Right.
like a
But the placement.
tonal
The placement is really bad too, because the way they've structured it, where it makes her hips wide and then it comes down to her
Got
the
it.
JJ area. It's like
Yes.
a point. It just does not make her look sleek. It doesn't make her look skinnier. It doesn't make her. It doesn't pronounce the shape.
I agree.
It doesn't accentuate her.
And it's
It
a
looks
shame
like
because she
two
has a good
dresses
body.
that they put on top of each other and slapped it together.
Exactly.
Quality. This looks like your very expensive
Yeah.
veil.
Ooh, yeah, damn it.
That's a lot of money going on over there. I don't think she paid for that one.
Is she wearing
so-
panties?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. For sure for that one, yeah.
She opens her legs with that one.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
real
no,
trouble.
for sure.
Okay, are we ready for? We're gonna do a game now.
Okay.
Oh my God, we're gonna play this or that. This or that. Selling Sunset or buying Beverly Hills.
I mean, buy that.
Which one would you
Which
pick?
one would you pick?
Well, you said this or that.
Selling Sunset or buying
Buying Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills.
Why buying Beverly Hills?
Because they're my friends and they actually sell real estate.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the other ones? They don't? They weren't doing any hooch and getting a real estate license in the middle of the night? Are they even real
Are
estate
they
agents?
real estate
Do
agents?
they even have a
on
license?
Selling
Some of
Sunset.
them are licensed, some of them are not.
Because they work under somebody else and they're just used as showers.
They're actors.
Yeah.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a show about, it's very fun. It's super campy,
Right.
but it's not about really selling real estate. It's real estate backdrop.
Interesting way to.
I mean, have you ever
Explain
seen them close a deal?
No, I just see them fight and fuck.
Yeah. More power to them. I love it.
Nobody wears panties on that show for sure.
God bless them.
Oh my god.
Those women are fantastic, but you're not really seeing them at the open house.
Okay, I've got. Oh, that's interesting. So you don't see the agents at the open house.
No.
Because one thing I do know is, like, I see Josh Altman pull up in his roles and he's doing deals, and I see Flag doing deals all the time. Like, I see we know Madison from
Yeah,
$1 Million
Madison.
Listing,
We sell real estate.
and you guys really
Yeah.
sell
But
real estate.
But
It's
that's like your
what we do for a
Right.
living.
but
Yes.
that's your job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're right. I don't. That's interesting. I'm glad you brought that up. Okay, Ozempic or the gym?
I mean, I'm a big workout person, but I've also publicly told people that
Yeah.
I took Mounjaro.
Did you see? We took semaglutide.
So I took it for like 8 weeks.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I had real problem with it because I think Mounjaro is a lot stronger.
It's
maybe
stronger.
Than
Yeah.
Ozempic.
Yeah.
So,
The
and
dosage is less, but it's a little more potent.
Well, it was tough.
What
because
kind of
you
symptoms
really
did you
can't-
have?
You really can't drink alcohol.
Right.
And you could have
I
like,
don't
a
have that
glass of wine or
Right.
a drink, but beyond that, like I
He
would
doesn't
get
seem to be
violent-
having a problem. Vodka all day.
I don't drink that much. I
But
really
some
don't.
no, but like I would have like 2 or 3 glasses of wine, and that was it for me. Like I was sick as a
So you
dog.
really want to just drink
Yeah.
and pass out?
No, but I want to be able to have 3 glasses of wine on a Friday night with
Yeah.
friends and
Yeah.
socialize. So, but I couldn't do that. So anyway,
But how much weight did you lose on it?
13 pounds, give or take.
Yeah,
That's
that's
it?
like me. Well, but she doesn't have much to lose.
Well, that's right. You have nothing
Why
to
is
lose.
skinny
Really.
she
I
is.
came back from vacation in Europe where there wasn't a lot of walking. It was a lot of laying around, drinking, and just stuffing
Yeah,
your
yeah.
face. And so I was feeling really out of shape. I was also injured, so I wasn't training
okay.
a lot. And I was just feeling kind of crappy about myself. And my doctor was like, why don't you give it a shot? We'll just keep you on a really low dose. And I said, okay. And then 8 weeks later, I was like, wow, I lost a ton of weight because, I mean, I could barely put a morsel of food in my mouth. Long story short,
Right.
not on it anymore. It's for some people.
So
it's not, I'm not
we're
a
still
judger.
on it.
I'm not a judger.
And
Yeah.
we're still on it. And I was at 210, and I'm now 181.
That's fantastic.
And you're down like
I've lost 20
150
pounds.
Yeah, 20 pounds.
But I was never really fat, but it's a different kind of weight
Right.
loss. And we're not doing it on a high dosage, very small dosage,
Yeah.
because I don't take any vitamin. I mean, I don't take any medicine or anything, drink or
Right.
smoke. It was very tough for me the first couple of weeks because I'm like, what the hell? It was like COVID shot.
yeah.
I was delirious.
But as many times as I go to the gym, every
Yeah.
day I'm in the gym, I could never like flatten this part, my stomach.
Yeah.
I even had I had liposuction
Yeah.
last year, and I had a Brazilian butt lift too.
I mean, this is
and-
like grabbing this age too, but
Yes.
I am like an avid fitness
Yeah.
person. Like I work out 5 days a week. I am in the gym for an hour and a half minimum. every single morning.
Do you believe all these people that are saying that they're not losing weight from Ozempic and they're just saying they're in the gym every day?
Whatever. To each their own. My whole thing is like, don't be a lazy ass.
Yeah.
Like,
Do something.
If you're working out and you're not able to achieve what you want to achieve and you're having real struggle or you're actually really, type 2 diabetes or incredibly overweight,
Right.
then this is a fantastic option for you. But that
Sure.
doesn't mean you should sit on your ass.
No, I go to
And
the
not
gym
move
every
your
day, but
body,
it's helping
right?
me really lean out. Like I need to.
I like eating.
I love
so
how
that's
we're
never
not
gonna
doing
change.
like this or that. There's like a full explanation for like every single thing. We have to like flush it out.
Well, we like to talk. Go ahead, babe. Yours. Okay, Josh Flagg or Josh Altman?
Ooh. Depends on the day.
You love both.
I love them both.
But if you have to only pick one,
Oh my god.
Which one and
Okay,
why?
like last year,
yes.
Josh Altman.
Okay, why?
Because he's a little more dependable.
Okay.
And Josh Flagg and I had some friendship challenges last year where it was like
Yeah,
all about
yeah.
Josh Flagg and we're just,
Right.
guest
Why?
starring in his
Do you
life.
think that ever changed?
I think he has done some real work on himself and I'm really proud of him. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, so only 6 days out of the week it's about him, and then he gives you like an hour.
We love you, Josh.
Because
Don't
I don't
listen
think
to him.
that's gonna change. I've known him since he was 14 years old.
but the God's honest truth is, he's been through some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's some self-discovery there.
Yes.
I think he's doing work on himself, and I see a difference in him, and I'm very proud of him.
That's
Do you,
wonderful.
Yeah,
do you think it was the right thing for him and Bobby to break up?
I do.
Really?
I think it was a good choice for both of them
They seem like such a good couple, though.
on television.
I guess. Yeah. I
Yeah.
guess. I guess.
I mean, there's things that you allow people to see, and then there's certain things you protect for yourself. So it's obviously wasn't working for either one of them, and I think they're both happier.
I hope he finds love. I really
I do
do.
too.
Okay, I've got one.
Okay.
Barbie's dream house or Brady Bunch house?
Barbie's dream house. All
For
day.
sure,
I want
right?
the slide that goes into the pool. We got a grotto.
You've got a Ken already.
Ken built it. I wake up with the fashion. It's fabulous.
I love it. That's my favorite too.
Okay, I've got Kyle Richards' Aspen Ski Chalet or Kim Kardashian's Malibu Beach House she just bought from Cindy Crawford.
I'm gonna have to. I think it'd be a lot more fun to hang out with Kyle and Aspen. Do they come with the deal? Or
No,
is
but
it
I
we're
love
just talking
Kyle, but
about-
I think she'd be more fun too.
Yeah.
I feel like Kyle and I would get like super boozy together. Although she's not drinking anymore.
No,
right?
she quit drinking. She looks
But
amazing.
why? Was she like an
know.
alcoholic? I
No,
don't
she
get
just,
it.
but I
she
think
just cut drinking out
Yeah.
and she's in the gym all the time. I saw her arms. Oh my god, they showed her arms. She's so
She looks
muscular.
fabulous.
She's amazing.
But I don't like a quitter.
Well, we were at the white party, and I'm like, oh my god, she's so she's always been beautiful,
She looks
obviously,
so
but
good.
she's
Yes.
just stunning.
But I also secretly would love to be like Malibu, hang out, like
Yes.
fabulous. I could sell all their real estate. I could have it in there. I mean, I'm not getting in with Kyle. Like that deal's been sold.
Yeah, I don't
Of
think you can
course,
ever.
because-
Yeah.
Right? So I changed
Marissa's
my
gonna do
answer.
all that.
Love Kyle. We hang out with her in Aspen all day long, but I think I'd go to Malibu.
Because you've got some sales to make.
So what do you think of the house? The house? Do you think they're going to tear it down, or
I
they're
mean,
gonna...
who knows? Who knows? But
mean-
I'm all listen. They can tear it down, rebuild it. I'm sure it will be fabulous. Then I'll sell it when they're done with it.
The view is amazing in that property.
Yeah, I mean they're not.
She's
planned.
funny. She's like, I don't care.
Yeah, I really don't care. I'm just gonna hang out
Go
with
ahead,
Party
babe.
girl, no panties, and I'm ready to make a deal. Let's go. I don't care how it happened.
God, I was really wild after my divorce.
How could you not be that?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely shook it off, and now I'm calm. I go to bed at 9.
You do?
Yeah, I'm like such a wuss.
Wow.
I'm such a homebody. But I'm up at 5. I'm at the gym by 6.
Okay.
Of course.
Where do you work out?
There's a little private gym because I'm building the gym at my ADU in my backyard. It's not done yet, so there's
Okay.
a little private gym we go to on Santa Monica, just above Pavilions.
Oh yeah.
You know that little gym?
Of course you would go to that private gym.
It's cute.
I go where all the public people are.
Oh my god, but it's like
It's an elevated, upgraded. We pay extra to be with that public.
Chanel
Those are so
Diamond
cute.
Forever
Yeah.
purse or Himalayan Birkin bag?
Himalayan Birkin.
Yeah. I was gonna do that one.
Why?
I mean, I've always wanted the Himalayan. I think it's the most gorgeous Hermes bag I have ever laid eyes on.
I think I'm keeping these glasses.
Aren't
I'm
they
feeling
so
like
chic?
they feel
Oh,
so good.
good on you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you need to get him optometrics right on, on the corner of Beverly.
Yes, I go
Brighton.
there.
That's your
That's where I got
doctor.
I know a Luxurator too.
Yeah,
Oh
tell
my
them.
God.
Yeah.
They.
Oh my God. I have glasses from them. I have the Burberry from
Yeah,
them.
I love them. They're so fun.
I should have worn
What's your most expensive bag you own?
Probably my Birkins. Which one? I mean, I have like 4 or 5 that they ranged in price.
I was once.
What's your favorite color?
I love my gray and gold, but I also love the gold on gold, which is essentially the camel one. And so I wear the hell out of that one.
That's a nice.
Because it goes with
And
everything.
I like beating them up. Like I don't.
'Cause it
I
looks
kind of like them
nice.
more worn in. Like I'm
Yeah.
not a big fan of like keeping them like perfect. Like I
Right.
like the edgy. Like I don't give a fuck. I throw my $20,000 bag on the ground. Do you know what I mean?
I love it.
It's like a little bit like.
Well,
it's
why
just
not? You're selling $50 million fucking houses.
Well, it's
Right.
a handbag, right? Like I don't think it needs to be that precious.
Yeah.
So
Like, you don't
what's a
have to put it on
commission on a $50 million house? I'm curious.
A lot of fucking money.
Is it? So like you just have to sell one. You don't have to do it.
Yeah, like you're pretty good. You're good. But they do reduce commissions from 2.5% down a little bit. Like obviously the higher.
And does Bravo take
higher
a percentage of your?
No way.
That's
They
her
don't?
deal.
No, they don't.
Because I know
That's
they
her
take
deal.
percentages off merchandising and stuff
Right.
like that.
Like if
but
you
they don't
launch a
do-
brand and you talk
Yeah.
about it on the show, then they're going to take it's the Bethany Frankel clause.
Yeah, of
they
course.
take whatever, it's like 10%.
Yeah, yeah. But they don't do that for real estate. I always thought
No,
they took
this
it
is
for
our
real
business.
estate.
Yeah.
That's
No,
her
absolutely
business.
not.
Interesting.
If I sell a dress, they can't take commission off my dresses.
No.
I barely make
Pre-existing.
I only
business.
make 3 pennies on it anyway. It's like Jesus. I still can't afford a $20 million house.
Well, yeah, you're trying to go to the 900 block of the flats. We need to start marking these up a little bit.
Yeah, we need to
I
mark 'em
agree.
up.
Let's do it.
Okay, bitches, I need some more sales. Come on, though.
Go to paula2.com. Pick
We're-
your gown.
We're having a sale. Everybody rush to the store now.
We'll even give you 10% off. Use the code word undressed.
Yes, we'll dress you and give you a percentage.
Tracy needs to
off.
find us a house, so
Yeah,
you need
we
to
have a lot of work to
buy
do,
some
guys.
gowns.
We gotta launch this. Sell some dresses. We gotta go.
I gotta liquidate.
do the last one, babe. You're gonna do a copy read.
Which one's the last one? Brazilian butt lift or boob job?
I mean, are we
Which
talking
one would
about-
you do?
Well, I already have my boobs done.
Who did your boobs?
Garth Fisher. But this is
Oh,
like in my
yeah.
20s,
Oh,
and then
wow,
I
yeah.
had them redone. It was like a disaster. It was a total
Okay.
nightmare for me. I like smaller little boobs now. So like
Okay.
if I was gonna do it again, I would like make them really small.
Why?
Because I love fashion and I love to be able to wear things and not
Right.
look like a
Not
hooker.
worry about how
Yeah.
the boob is gonna be.
But
too
I think
much.
I'm naturally just like a little curvier, so I don't think those boobs are really going anywhere.
Did you lose any of it when you lost the
No.
weight or no?
Yeah, everything's a little bit smaller. You know,
That's
it
good.
kind of fell off
This
of all.
belt is big on me now. I'm
I
like,
know.
oh my god, how many
I
more
can't wear
notches
any of
can
my
I put in
clothes.
there?
All my clothes don't fit.
I
All
know,
my
you gotta-
belt,
Look at
everything.
You need a
this.
great tailor.
I know, with him.
There you go.
I'm
Gotta make
sleeping with
some
my designer.
adjustments.
Would you do a Brazilian butt?
That's a free
Yeah.
gig.
I would.
I did it.
I mean, listen, at the end of the day, like gravity
Yeah.
gets you.
So I did my Brazilian butt lift last year, and it's on our show, season 4 of our show. The week before I did my Brazilian butt lift, and I had like Dr. Lahijani did it in Beverly
Down the
Hills.
street almost.
Yeah, and so the week before I did it, Dr. DeBro came out on TMZ and said, "Oh, everyone's dying from a Brazilian butt lift." And I remember it was when they were doing all that controversy.
No, I didn't
that
see it.
People died from Brazilian butt lift, and Dr. DeBro made a big deal about it. So I was like telling Paul, I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm so freaked out because I didn't want to do it." And then I was like, "Should I do it? Should I not do it?" I did it. My surgery was 6 hours, 6.5 hours long.
wow.
But I'll tell you about his confidence and I mean, he used to be a Versace model. So
Yeah,
it's not like
he
it
did.
was lacking in any area.
No, like it had.
But I'm not
But
20 anymore.
He
Right.
felt like he really needed to fill his jeans up, and I
Yeah.
thought, you know what?
If
Why
you-
would I say no to something
you
that
feel
makes
better,
him feel better about it, right?
I'm 100% on
Because it
board
wasn't
with
for any
that.
other reason but for himself.
I love that. I think you have to do like when you're insides, and Kat Sadler said this because she just did like a whole post about her experience of getting a facelift, and she was just 100% out with it, which I think is wonderful. She's
Yeah.
like my age, she's like 48 or something like that, and decided to do it. And I think she said my joy inside is not matching the
The
outside, and I just want to wake up and feel like it matches. And
Yeah.
so
100%. No, I did a facelift too. 2 years ago, I did a facelift. And as a matter of fact, we just got nominated yesterday by the American Reality TV Awards. 2 nominations.
congrats.
And one nomination is reality TV moment because I put my facelift on national TV.
Good for you. I
And
mean, there's
It's ridiculous. I can't even watch it. And I was there, and I can't even watch it. I was screaming at the top of my
The
lungs.
doctor's
God.
hand is in my face.
Oh
and I
my
put it on TV. It's
Like I can't.
I
Like,
figured if they
can't.
can watch Dr. Pimple Popper, they can watch my face.
Oh yeah, I can't watch that show.
Chandra.
I can't either.
It's like
It's
like
right.
grosses me out.
Yeah.
So let me
People love
remind
it.
all of our listeners to go to votetheartist.com and vote for our reality TV moment and art direction. We have 2 nominations, and you can vote from daily till now until July 20th.
I have to say that I'm
That's
my
very
plug.
proud of my husband for all the accomplishments that he's been able to kind of do with doing production and producing.
I produce our show, and I
Like,
love it.
it's
It's
amazing.
fun.
You guys, that's
It's
so
cool that
wonderful.
he does that.
Good for you.
And he just wanted a butt. I'm like, go.
Get
it.
yourself a
Get
booty,
butt.
babe.
Except when he woke up and he was so delirious. I was still there, right? We're taping. He goes, are they going to do it yet? I said, yeah, they give you a dick enlargement. He's like, why? My dick is already huge. It's like,
Look, I don't need anything.
he
wrong.
was
my
so
dick is
out
good.
of it. He was so out of it that but there was nothing that was going to escape him, right?
So out of it.
He was so funny.
It was
I said
insane.
yes, because he had to be on his side for like the longest time. So he was like,
You
upside
can't
down.
sit on your ass for 8
Well,
weeks.
that makes sense.
Yeah,
8 weeks you can't sit on your ass.
so
Well,
it doesn't go
Good
flat.
for you. Your butt looks
But now I have a
great.
27-year-old ass.
Absolutely.
Oh, Jesus, I don't know how it got to the A.
I don't know. All right, babe, you're going to do her Armenian
Oh my
coffee
God,
read. You've been
yes.
sipping
Okay.
your coffee, right?
Yes. Do I
It's
need
the
to drink
last thing
more?
we're going to do.
Yeah, take another sip from here, and I'm gonna roll it over. Didn't it perk you up? Did you like it?
Yeah, it did. It's delicious.
Right? You've never had this done?
Uh-uh.
What kind of an Armenian are you?
I am apparently not a great one.
Auntie, uncle, nobody, granny?
It's your dad's side of the family? It's made?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And your mom's side of the family is?
Swedish,
Oh.
Irish, Scottish.
Okay, that's a good combination.
Yeah. Mixed. We're a mixed bag.
I love it.
But how interesting that from Varja Bedian, since they couldn't say it, I would have never even translated it, but it makes sense.
Right.
Because tutor is tutoring somebody, right? In essence, we're a teacher.
I mean, listen, Tracy Varjabedian is
Yeah.
not really flying off the top.
Did you have to have a nose job or no?
No. No.
No, well, she's got the Swedish in her.
Yeah.
Oh, you're lucky because he had to get a nose job.
Okay. Although I did have a pretty nose to begin with. But I
You
did.
did,
I had an accident. I had
Yeah.
a beautiful nose anyway. But I had an accident where I got elbowed and my nose went from here to here.
Oh my God.
And so thankfully we have a cousin who's a plastic surgeon in the
Fa-
family.
Yes.
You know what?
I
We
mean-
stick together. Like,
Yeah, like who doesn't do that? They're like, oh, just bring him in right now. We'll just do it.
Yep.
good.
Oh, wow.
Oh no.
So, Tracy, he's looking
No.
inside your cup and he's going to tell you what he sees.
Okay. So inside your house, this is the inside of your house. This is exactly the interior of your house, and this is the exterior of your house. That's why I asked you in the very beginning, which side are you dominant and which side do you drink? Because you drank from the right side. Now, on the right side, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going on a couple of trips. You have a couple of trips that you've planned, that you're taking people with you. You're not going alone. And it looks like they're all either business, none of them look like they're pleasure, and they all look like these successful trips, except for one of them, that you're debating whether you should even do it or not because it has some challenges. One of them is starting to feel like, you know what, I'm going to put this on the back burner. I'm not going to go on this trip right now. I'm going to do all these other trips. I'm going to bank what I need to, and then I'll come back to this one somehow. Because it looks like the 1, 2, 3, there's like 4 that you're going to
You
go on.
smiled. He caught this.
Yeah.
You're spot on,
I mean,
Paul. I saw your smile,
you're-
Tracy.
You're definitely in the right wheel.
Because there's 4 that's like on one side of your house,
Wow.
like in the sense that it's got like like a river running through it. Like it's just, you're doing your thing. You know how it's going to go. Whatever scenario is going to give you, you can navigate it. It's cool. It's going to be fun. Maybe a little difficult, but you're like, it'll be good for so-and-so. It'll be nice for me. Stuff like that. But then there's another one that you've kind of put on the back burner, which was one of the ones that you probably wanted to do the most. And it seems like there's like this layer of darkness underneath it. And you didn't recognize it from the get-go on the onset. It seemed like, oh, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be like, I'm excited. And then you started peeling the onion.
She sees that. Oh my God.
And you started seeing something else underneath it. And you're like, I'm not sure if I want to touch this. I'm not sure if this is exactly what was said to me or told to me. So I think I'm just going to kind of let it sit and marinate for a minute. Good decision, by the way. I'm going to tell you why. This is something that has to do with the outside internationally. This isn't something that's happening here regionally. And whatever it's connected to.
You mean abroad?
Yes.
Yeah.
Whatever it's international, like outside your home. So it's not, down the street. It's not, maybe it's a different state. Maybe it's a different country. It's outside your little comfort zone, your little region. It's going to explode. And there is something there's another level to this that I think is not told or expressed to you yet. Because when I'm looking at the outside, see the connection? It's right here. That's the road, the layer of underneath it, and how it connects to the outside. And see the explosion, how it becomes like this volcano.
It looks like a volcano.
Yes. And that's what's going to happen. So the best decision that I could say that you've made so far, unknowingly, is the fact that you're putting this on the back burner. Because when you come back from your other trips, you're going to realize that this opportunity was one that you needed not to be able to touch. Because on itself, it's going to explode.
That's so crazy because that's literally what my gut was telling me about this potential trip that I was going to take because I'm such a traveler and I love it so much.
Yeah.
And I just have a lot going on and I knew that it wasn't a right time and the market's crazy and I need to focus on growing my business. Like this is like
spot on.
Literally spot on.
Is it international-ish?
It's not in California.
It's not in California.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So she's got to do her thumb next, right? That's gonna be
wait.
Okay.
There is somebody that introduced you to this project. The person that told you, I think, or the people, the group that brought it to you, I think they're pulling out. Because what I see from the other side, these people. And I think that's one of the reasons why you ended up engaging. And see this side right here on the other opposite side? There's one person that is with this group and he's not going to go under. And it's a he. He's not going to go under because he's keeping himself on the other side. But unfortunately, he hasn't told you yet. He knows what's going on, but he's not sharing it with you. So I would be weary of the people that have brought this to your attention. And if you're going with your gut, then I think you should stay with your gut. But also in the back of your head, and I don't want to falsely tell you something that I don't know anything about.
Right.
I don't want to tell you to then start, put your antennas up and you're like, oh my God, is it, this? I don't want you to do that. But in the back of your head, I almost feel like you yourself have identified with that. And that's one of the reasons why your gut is telling you what it is.
Right.
Because things haven't lined up the way it should.
Right.
And you're like, but he said this, but then I see that. But then doesn't he know? But he should have known if I know. Does that make sense?
Totally.
And
I saw it in your face when he first. I saw your face, like he's spot on.
But the other ones, you're having a blast. Who are you going with? Because there's people going with you. You're not alone in this.
Well, they're there.
Yeah. Okay.
right?
Because there's
So,
it's like stuff happening. It's
right.
really nice. Okay, now take your finger and put it at the very bottom and do a nice twist.
The last
Opening
part
at
of
the
it.
bottom.
I can't believe no one's read your Armenian coffee before.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay, you're gonna get a gift,
really?
but it's a
Is it an Emily and Birkin? Because if it is,
Nice.
they know where to find you.
we've manifested that.
No, you're getting a beautiful gift, unexpected, and it's coming from a distance. It's something that, okay, somebody's been. I don't want to say somebody because you're going to think maybe it's Eric. That's not what I'm saying. I don't know.
Okay.
It's coming from somewhere
Okay.
where this gift has been planned. When's your birthday?
August 11th.
Huh. Okay, so this gift has been planned and it's waiting for the right opportunity
Is that Leo?
to present itself. So it's coming in a form of, I don't want to say jewelry, but then that's what I see because I see metal. I see something heavy, something valuable. It's not like a house. It's not like a box you open. You know what I mean? It's not like just a gift. It's not like Amazon delivery and Prime box. You know, like you have all those boxes packed around. It's not that. It's something that's specifically made, designed, and it's coming to you. And they're working on it. You're going to be shocked when you get it. But it's like something that, I can't wait to be there.
Oh, Christ.
Because, and it's coming, and the way it's faced from these trips, when you get back from the trips, it's there for you.
Okay.
I don't know when you're going on the trips because the direction, see where it is? See where the gift is? Right there? And see where your trips are? These are your trips right there. They're facing the trips. So it's either going to happen on one of your trips or the minute you get back from the trip.
I can't wait. You're gonna text me and be like, okay, this is what happened.
I totally want to know what it is.
Wow.
Because it's something so substantial
Wow.
that you're going to be like,
Is it a yacht?
oh, could be.
A jet?
Could be.
I'm there for
But
yacht.
it's something,
Right?
but it's something major. Like it's
Wow.
something big.
That's exciting.
I hope you get it.
So do I.
I
wanna
know, me
what it
too.
is, because it looks like it's so important. They've worked so hard on it, and it's just gonna rise through the ashes. Like it's so unexpected, totally
Amazing.
unexpected.
Wow.
Oh
Okay,
my
I can't wait to.
God.
Well, I'll have to call you when this big
Yes.
thing
I
lands.
wanna
I'm going to be like, oh my God.
Oh my
yes.
God. Tracy, we love you, adore you. We could be here talking to you
Thank
all day
you.
long.
I love
course
you
we
guys
could.
so.
But that's our show today. So before we go, you guys, I want to remind you to rate, review, subscribe, leave comments. We'll answer them. Watch Gowning Out in Beverly Hills, 4 seasons. Vote for us at theartist.com.
Yes, I will vote for you.
Please help us support this little business we've got going on because I need to move up to another house. and
Yeah,
I'm
they've
getting
got
really
shopping to
sad.
do, guys.
Please come
Yes.
shopping.
And on that note, Tracy, you've just been undressed by Pol and Patrik.
Fantastic.
feel?
I feel fantastic. I mean, I'm getting gifts. I'm trembling.
That's right.
Thank
Hell
you,
yes.
everybody.
Bye.
Bitches.
Bye, everyone. See you next time.
This podcast is brought to you by Vocal Podcast Network. Executive producers are Michaela Simon, Paula Tu, and Patrik Simpson. Produced by Ariana Giles. Shooting and editing by Jordan Hill. Music by Digital Camo. Artwork by Dominique Demetz. And hosted by Paula Tu and Patrik Simpson. And Little Snow White 90210. Remember to follow Pol at Paula Tu and Patrik at Patrik Simpson and Snow White at Snow White 90210 and Vocal Podcasts everywhere. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast so you never miss an episode.